I joined the subreddit because I think it's relatable. I joined this subreddit because I think it's relatable? Well, good evening, laddies, lasses, and lassos, and welcome to the click. You look dandy fine delicious today, especially you, Steve. How are you doing, Steve? You smell nice today, Steve. Anyway, everyone except Steve, and also Steve, of course, welcome to r/InsaneParents, where we look at insane parent stories and memes, laugh about it together, go on small rants, and just have a good time together. And I do hope that you enjoy yourself.
And if you do enjoy, remember to subscribe to channel. It's muy importante.
Mother's name.
Good morning, Ladybug. I love you. My full name. You better call today or I'm calling the police and reporting you missing.
Mother, I am a grown woman. You can't report me missing just because I didn't freaking text you back.
Yes, I can, and I will. I do not give a flip about how grown you think you are. Just ask brother or sister. Stay in contact with me. I am still your mother.
Is this what is called objectifying, but when it's your child, because you treat them as property? This is basically imagine a chastity thing, but it's shaped like the male organ.
Keeps my son from sinning, 5 stars. My son is going through
What? My son is going through what?
Puberty next year. So, since his father left me, I'm now raising him on my own. I bought one of these for him to wear when he's not being supervised. It is well made. I made sure he's unable to take it off without removing the lock. I know it's a great product because he absolutely hates it.
Okay.
I don't enjoy seeing him unhappy, but I enjoy the peace of mind knowing that he isn't messing around at school, sinning at night, and most of all, I'm glad he's remaining pure for the Lord.
Yeah, save your virginity for Jesus. Oh, GC boy, I'm saving myself all for you. Anyway, sorry.
He is counting the days, 8 years, until he's old enough to join the cemetery and able to take it off. Great product, thanks again.
Teenagers gonna teenage. Let him discover himself in peace. What the frick-frack are you doing? I think it's important to find the middle ground where you keep your kids safe and kind of talk to them and guide them away from things that are super dangerous. You know, it's much better to talk to your child about how to have, for example, protected naughties, rather than just do whatever this is.
No naughties for you until I take off your crotch, jail.
No, they're gonna run away from you as soon as they can. You're being overly controlling. What are you doing? The human eye can expand up to 55% by looking at something you love. My mom's pupil when she looks at me. I have no expansion of love. You are my property. I am basically breeding little things to control. Bride cancels wedding after discovering mother paid fiancé to date her. She explained she met him through a friend and paid him to go out on a first date to a 5-star restaurant. She paid for all our dates and, of course, my wedding because she was so desperate for me to get married, and he was just in it for the money. The woman thinks her mother came up with the whole fiasco because she recently come out as bisexual. I had come out as bisexual about a year before all this. I wonder if it's because she was so desperate to see me with a man and not with a woman, she said. You know when parents get all nutty sometimes when they really want grandkids? This seems to be one of those things, but like on steroids. She concluded by saying that she was now dating someone she wanted. I'm now dating a wonderful woman and my mother and I no longer speak. Seems about right. Don't let your parents decide who you should marry, especially bribe them into marrying you. What? Do you really expect that to last?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to pretend. I'm not sick.
Call in, lol.
I don't want to get a test. I'll probably test positive.
Well, you should probably get tested then. You work with old people.
Where could I possibly have gotten COVID from?
I don't know, literally anywhere.
I never got it from the people that I was around that tested positive. I haven't been close enough to anyone without a mask.
Well, I mean, just because one time you didn't get it doesn't mean anything.
I was around lots of people with it.
Well, I'd have to think you probably have it. You probably have it, you might be non-symptomatic, or you just had it very briefly, but still can infect. Be responsible, God, it's not that bad. I mean, it's kind of like, it's a bit uneasy, but it's over in 30 seconds, like don't worry about it. Hadn't spoken to my mom in a while. She randomly hit me up asking for drugs, knowing I used to be a heroin addict, finishing off by calling me poison, her go-to, lol.
I need my job.
Then don't do drugs.
Please help me cope with life.
I am, by keeping you off drugs.
I want to die. Or live?
Then you don't need drugs.
I need something!
Then do something. You don't need drugs. You realize how this sounds to someone who's a recovering addict, right?
No!
Go to bed.
Okay. Poison! My child won't be my dealer. Oh, so toxic. I got children for this very reason and they refuse. I am a reasonable adult.
My dad, the plus-sized Punisher, everybody. People don't realize where and when I grew up. Bath Haven in the 60s and 70s was a crazy place. I learned from the best. My friends were well known. I lived with much different life than people think. I did things most people wouldn't believe. I was an expert with any type of gun by the age of 12. Knives too. They were my choice for everyday carry. We made zip guns in the late 60s. Mostly 22s, 25 and 12 gauge. They were simple and worked. From 18 I did security work. All the kinds that survived it. My next work is going to be avenge my son's murder. If you got anything I can use, I'll pay you well for it. Be a friend. People are way too eager to flex how bad they are online are typically not the bad ones. There's a very strong correlation between expressing very brave things behind the keyboard and not doing it in real life. My mother, me not wanting to talk about politics. Why are you gay? Ma, stop. Why? Why are you voting for the guy here? Oh. Parental unit.
Meh. If you don't hear from me later, I assume you have Don's contact info. Here's a key to my place.
Hey, look at that. Good job, Mom. Oh, wait. They're like, if you don't hear... Oh, they're like, if I die, you have the info. Oh, my God. Well, there are side effects to a lot of things in life, but we use them because the side effects are so much less risky than the side effects from the actual thing. That's why vaccines are a thing. Sure, there are side effects. My arm got a little bit sore, and I was a little bit, tired the day after I got it. But I also had COVID a few months ago, and believe me, COVID was 20 times worse than the vaccine. Trust me, been there, done that. This is getting old. 25 and still receiving messages from my mother like this. Soon, hopefully, I miss you.
I miss you too. I need to see you.
I honestly wish I were dead. Can you see a therapist, please? I think you should talk to someone.
For what?
Oh my God! No! Yeah, why do parents think this is acceptable sometimes? I think it's so weird. You wouldn't do this with a friend, right? You wouldn't do this with a colleague or another family member. Why do you feel like your child is the one to load this on? And for full context, if you are in trouble, please seek help. I wish you the very best. But offloading it in a non-constructive way on your own child is not the way to go about it. Seek out a professional. You deserve to get help, and you should get help for yourself and for the people around you. It shouldn't be stigmatized the way it is today. You deserve to be better. Threatening to sue my cousins again if I don't talk to him. Gee, I wonder why I don't talk to him. Oh, this is a doozy. Oh my God. Okay. Dad. Hey, Blorp, I have Lohe. I have long been under the impression that the reason you were not wanting to contact with me was because of my grandpa's estate, but it's been over more than a year since I was dropped, and you still haven't willing to talk to me, so I can only summarize that it's not actually the problem. I ultimately realized putting aside the emotional stuff is really just came down to money, and or having you in my life. I wanted to have you in my life more than get my business back and whatever things that I wanted from my father's estate. Seeing that we're no longer have a relationship as such, I may as well try to get my business back. I know this is a lot to put into text, but I want to let you know from rather in the grapevine. Wanting to have a relationship with you was the only thing that was preventing me from doing all of this the way before. If it startups again, I'm not going to be in a position that I can back out. I talked with my attorney and I'm still within the statute of limitations. I don't have to hear back from you before my appointment with her on Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do to fix things. Nice attempt to emotional blackmail, lol. Whatever the frick happens in my family. Me. My mother is asking if my girlfriend and I are having the naughties. I'm an adult woman, which I think makes this worse.
I'm asking because you are my kid, but are you two having the naughties?
That's an incredibly personal question. You know I'm immunocompromised and don't take avoidable health risks. I'll leave it at that.
Yes or no?
I don't want to discuss this with you. Please respect that and take the answer I was comfortable providing.
Whatever. My daughter won't do the naughty gossip with me, oh God.
I paved the way for my younger brother. My mom asked if me and my high school girlfriend were having the naughties. I described the naughty act so graphic she never asked again. My brother was never asked. It's like, beat them at their own game. If they want to be too invasive, you just pull them in further than they could ever expect. My mom comes into my room and immediately lays on my bed after I told her I want to be alone. She won't leave me and starts saying that since she birthed me, she can do whatever she wants. She starts calling my body her own body.
Mom, I just want to be alone for a bit. I had a rough day at school.
It leans in close to me when I'm in bed. Your body is my body. I made it. What the frick? Mama Drama Saga. I've gotten advice from y'all and my husband. She is getting blocked today. She's been trying to video chat all week. Also, husband and I are legally married and having a ceremony next week. I am 25, by the way. Hey, Mom. I have to work on my sketchbook and decorations today. I don't have time to chat, but I do hope you have a good day.
I would like 5 minutes of your time. You have given me silent treatment and I would need repair because I am wounded. Yet again, you keep making these lame excuses to not talk to me. Is this how you treat someone you want in your life? Oh, maybe you don't want me in your life. If that's the case, I shouldn't even be at your wedding.
Mama, I love you, but I can't answer every time you call.
You have 5 minutes to spare to see your mother. You make time. So call me back when you have a second. Just don't keep treating me like this, so you will lose me forever. Show some consideration. Call me back when you get a second. Like now! You have time to post on Facebook, so call me back. You keep rejecting me like this over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I will eventually understand that you don't want me in your life, and you will never hear from me again.
Mom, I am not calling you. I don't have to. I honestly don't want to right now. Not because of you. I have a lot of things today. A lot of things to do, actually, since my final is due on Wednesday. And I have to move out of the dorms.
Just a simple text of acknowledge me. Anything. You have to be silent all week. Have you been that way with husband?
Oh, don't try to compete for attention with their literal life partner. What are you doing? They're no longer your baby child. They don't live in the same house as you do. Let them be their own free person. And by the way, they have texted you. They have replied. What are you talking about? What does it matter?
If you never answered his calls or text and told him you don't want to talk to him, what would he do? Would he still want to be married to you, or would he leave and find another to take your place?
I saw your text about the electric bill. I'm going to see if I can afford to pay off the whole thing. I couldn't afford it last time, and I swear I didn't mean to miss paying a month.
Put it on auto payment, you won't ever miss paying anything.
Mother, I'm married to him, not you. I answer his texts and calls when I can. Normally, if I miss a text, he knows I'm sleeping or busy and doesn't spam me with multiple calls and text messages. You know, like a normal, stable relationship between adults.
If I never called or texted you, I would never hear from you again. I would have loved you all my life. You came from me. You are my daughter. Don't throw me away. And what if he did spam you? Would you be rude and reject him too?
Well, probably just tell him like, hey, you're being too clingy. Can we give each other a small bit of space? You know, talk about it like normal functioning adults.
You don't want to see me in a video chat because you don't want to see me cry. It would sure take less time speaking than taking turns typing and reading.
I am not throwing you away. For crying out loud. Mama, you need to take a step back and realize that I have my own life now.
Yes, you have your own life without me in it at all!
I don't want to video chat because I don't want to. I have stuff to do and Rumi is busy studying.
Proof! Got my own life now, bitch! Leave me alone, go away, I'm not taking you anywhere. Stop spamming me.
Wow, what like... I have been spamming you forever. But oh, you don't want to talk to me? No, you need me more than I need you. I have been the one harassing you, but I'm out. Mama, how often did you call and talk to Nana while we were living in Texas? Surely not every day.
Go away and talk to your dear cats and dogs. With you, I ain't having none of them because my hubby has fake allergies or his mom doesn't care about him because he has 2 cats at home knowing he has allergies to them. Different across 2 phones. This is not the same. Long distance rate applies. My mother had mistreated me. My mother mistreated you. My mother was not a good mother and neglected me somewhat as a child. You are comparing me to her. Did I neglect you or did you give everything I had?
You're doing like the opposite of neglecting. Forceful, overwhelming attention. Oh my god. I cannot tell you how many times he sneezed and had to take allergy medicine when he was there. He is my husband. He told me he didn't want any more cats and I'm respecting that as his wife. You did not neglect me. You gave me a wonderful childhood for which I'm grateful for. And you sacrificed a lot, which I appreciate.
That's fine. That's a good wife. Take care of my son-in-law. You could explain a little further to me.
If we didn't have these stupid phones, you would be fine.
Spend Thanksgiving with me. Husband will be there for a treatment. Non-traditional Magla meal smiley.
I don't want to throw you away. Your reward is seeing your daughter be successful, happy, and blessed. I'll talk to him about it. Honestly, I think that sounds good. I love your Maglaba.
Yay! I want us to be close! I have never had a child before you, and you were the only one I raised. And this is the first time a child that I raised decided to grow up and have her own life.
Yeah, so... let them?
I want you to stay close in touch with me, calling me just because you thought of me and thought you would check in on me. Make me feel not thrown away, you know. I understand about how busy you are right now and all about the school year too. So every now and then check in with me and I won't feel as needy. I know you're thinking about me, will love you as a mother and still loves you with all her heart. They say about children, they don't know that you love them unless you're spending time with them. Same goes for parents. They don't know that you love them unless you're checking in on them often. I love you. Now get your work done and have a good day and never mistreat me again. That sounds like such a threat. And Bim, by mistreat, I mean to brush me off like I'm nobody to you. And my reward you got wrong. Seeing you happy and successful and blessing is a wonderful thing because it comes less that I'm not welcome in your life anymore. More like, in your face, old woman, hurry up and die.
Wow, putting words in someone's mouth is a very mild expression for this.
Just saying, please still care about me. I gave you a wonderful child and all the wisdom I have given a subject. I would be treated with honor in your life instead of yesterday's newspaper. You can do better than this, OP. I am not on trial here. You do still owe me honor. God did not put an age limit to where you could stop honoring your mother and father, but rather he said, do not hate your mother when she is old. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. And P.S. The water leak from the roof does not become a flood. It stopped at the first few drops. Hence, the phone call answered within the first few missed calls does not become spam. Just saying. And one more thing. Did you all get the card I sent or not? I haven't heard you mention it. I sent it about the house purchase. I think you got a card in the mail for the blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I meant to, but forgot about it. Thank you.
I want you to be close, polite, respectful, loving, warm, close as partially.
Oh my god!
I called my mother every day when I was your age and just moved out. I called her during my lunch break. I called her every time.
The mother that you said that you didn't want contact with because she was horrible, and don't compare me to that woman. This is such a roller coaster. Holy crap.
And when I moved away by 2 hours, started my job promotion, I still called her long distance so much.
But you just said that the long distance was the reason you didn't call.
So much I got her phone bill so high I couldn't pay her anymore. When I lost my phone to non-payment, I would drive around. You were my gift. Mine!
Precious, stupid fat hobbits. Precious daughter, you'll be mine forever.
And I did my best I could be racing. I tried my best to still insist you the trait of honoring your mother. That's all I can do. Honor God first. God deserves honor. And he said you to honor your father and your mother. Don't follow my example. If it did not line up with this word, follow his word. Child of God.
This is that kind of wild theme ride where you have a sign in front that says, just a heads up, half the people throw up after this roller coaster, so just at your own risk.
My child has a higher risk of getting AIDS than he does COVID.
Something you want to share with the class, fam? My parents telling whomever they wants to hear that they're proud of me because I write and publish books. My parents, when we're alone, telling me that I couldn't do it and that I should do something useful. It's like, what? So they badmouth you initially, but then when you actually succeed with your dream, they double down and they're like, oh, actually, we were supportive and proud the entire way. Haha! Oh, it's a little turncoat. My mom wants a picture of me as proof that I took a shower. It dried.
Send me pictures anyway.
I took a shower as soon as I woke up at 10.
Are you still wearing the same clothes?
No.
I need a picture before I can make that decision. So are you changing your clothes real fast?
No.
You're not getting permission until I get a picture. You're no fun.
What do a picture of?
You, your face, the shirt you have on.
I think the lesson with Lottie's post is just be a guidance for your children, but don't be overly controlling. You don't own them. And trying to be overly controlling about a person means they will just move further away from you as soon as they have options. This is a really good way of like burning bridges for the future. Yeesh. Tough love. A rebellious teenager was dumped on a desert island by the parents in the hope that she'd grow up. What, you mean like permanently? We'll leave you here for 10 years, Stacy. We'll come back soon. Chime in. Do you agree with this girl's parents? Let us know. You might hear your comment during the 4 p.m. newscast. Parents try to tame rebellious daughter by dumping in our deserted island. What? That is bonkers. This is not how you raise a child. Incubation unit.
Answer the phone. Dude, I'm getting freaking pissed. Answer the gosh darn phone. Okay, you're freaking grounded when I get home. Yeah.
I didn't know you were calling. My phone was always on silent. Pick it up.
I demand you buy your phone 24/7. What if I call as your parent about vaguely important things that don't need addressing right now? But it's super important because it's a matter of respect.
I am so desperate for respect, I desperately need to control every aspect of my child's life.
Did I just read that right? 2 years old wanting privacy? That's a big hell no for me. My oldest son is 9, and I still shut the shower curtain and sit on the toilet and wait for him to need a towel when done.
I'm pretty sure a 9-year-old can bathe themselves. I know I definitely won't be sitting in the bathroom when he's that old.
I sit in the bathroom still with my 13-year-old.
What? My mom did this until I was about 13 too. She always tried to make me fear showering alone. If I tried, she would shut down electricity and said it was the ghosts. And that's why I shouldn't shower without her or stepdad. After years of that BS, still I am scared of the dark and showering with lights off. Are you kidding me? That is so bad. There's a thing as positive reinforcement, and there's a thing as negative reinforcements. It's like one of those parents, you know,
Timmy, be afraid of everything.
It's like, ha ha ha. How to give your child anxiety and fear like Monday everyday things for no reason. Woo! My parents wants me to get a job and start college. I practice art so I can get into a decent art school. I finally get a response from my job applications. My parents find out and immediately start talking shite. That is so unproductive. Just be happy for your kid. What? In any relationship, whether it be with your significant other, with friends, with children especially, if you find yourself in a position where you cannot be happy for someone else's sake, you should not be close to them. If that is because of jealousy or you're projecting insecurities, whatever it might be, that should not be the case. And it's a very toxic thing. And if you find yourself around people like that, move away from them. It's not worth it. It really isn't, because it usually won't change. I hope it does, but if it doesn't, feel free to move away. Voting with your shoes, moving away from a destructive environment is perfectly okay. My mother is borderline with mutinous by proxy and antisocial tendencies. Long story short, my mom likes money. She tried to get married to a rich guy, so she spoiled condoms, got preggo. The guy found out and said he's out. So she hates me because my dad left her. She met another guy when she was 3 months preggo and pretended I was a premature birth. He found out when I was around 4. She blames me for finding out. She's a very extreme person who needs control, especially from people who don't want to be controlled. One of the reasons she watched me shower was to make sure I would not be using shampoos or shower gels or razors to shave, because they shouldn't be wasted on someone like me. What, because she didn't manage to make you a cash cow? Jesus Christ, what is this sociopath? The second reason was to make sure I don't use too much water or electricity. It was a similar thing with toilet paper as well. She gave set amount of squares per toilet use and would check before every flush. It was her way of letting me know she's the one in control and I'm nothing, like a narcissist having a punching bag. My half-sisters are the golden children because their dad has money. This is like taking gold digging to the next level, but also projecting it like horribly to your children. Dear God, my condolences. I do hope you grow up and find people around you who love and care for you. Everyone deserves that, and I hope you get out of it. That really sucks. I'm a photographer and received this insane email yesterday. My response below.
Hello, I am looking for a special photo shooting for my 7-year-old daughter and my 9-year-old son. Unfortunately, he destroyed her favorite toy unicorn. As a sweet revenge and funny punishment, we plan to turn Blorp into her new unicorn. We got him a girlish unicorn costume and train him how to act properly as a unicorn. Would your photo studio help us by taking photos of Blorp and her new unicorn? We would love to create special memories. Would you have some ideas or suggestions for this photo shooting?
I took a little bit to think of a response to your email that could be at least semi-professional. I can't in good conscience agree to this type of session. I honestly hope this is some kind of joke. I'm sorry your daughter's unicorn was destroyed. However, humiliating and getting sweet revenge on your son as a special memory seems a very dysfunctional punishment. I have no desire to take part in it.
Sweet family memories. Hey son, remember when you were 10 years old and I got that sweet revenge on you?
You know what sounds kinda smexy? No one hurting my feelings ever again.
Nope, not allowed to bring up sex in any way until you're 42. Anything that invites the possibility of you not being as pure as driven snow, not being within 3 astronomical units of the daddy. Bad daughter, no biscuit. I love you, oh internally virginal daughter.
Oh, honey, how you think you can control other people. By the way, VIP tickets are held down in the description. Join me down there today, and I'm not sure what the sales pitch will go in regards to this, but we'll have more fun than whenever this is, to be sure.
Much love to the moms and dads that are standing firm at times like this. Oh my god, it's the vaccine demon. Stand behind me, Timmy.
Some people take themselves so seriously.
I am the great protagonist. This is basically a doctor. Oh my god, look at that. He wants to put a little poker in my child. Oh god.
Much tamer than other stuff here, but honestly, COVID vaccination card.
Vaccine card if you know anyone that needs one. Just print, sign, and snap pic.
No, don't, God, Jesus, don't. Conservative Christian father comment on one of my Facebook posts. We aren't engaged or anything, but we did decide that when we do get married someday, our first dance will be I Will Follow You Into the Dark by Death Cab for Cutie.
Sad. Looked at the lyrics and very dark appears to be atheist agnostic view, but I can assure you heaven will always have vacancy for those that truly accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. Who is leading who here? The inadequately yoked will be guided by the stronger will. Heartbreaking, love your dad.
My dad is still posting this kind of shite on Facebook. I'm really tired of seeing this shite saying the COVID vaccine isn't real and stuff.
If the shot actually saved lives, to be priced so high that you could literally not afford them, you know, like insulin.
The entire world doesn't look like America's weird medical system. On a post about a missing 11-year-old.
My daughter is 19. I don't allow skimpy clothes, spaghetti strap shirts, makeup, except mascara, lip gloss, and I go through her phone. I am petrified of something like this. I pray this girl is found. My daughter asked permission to go out with friends. I'm a bit extreme, but this day and age, it's scary.
Wow, I would hate to be your daughter.
Really? Why? Because I make sure she put on college and education for her future before slinky blah blah blah?
Oh my god, no! As someone who has a tendency to overwork a lot, work isn't life. You need to do other stuff outside of that. Finding love, finding friends, exploring things, going on adventures, doing stupid things within reason that isn't life-threatening or destroys you in some way. But we all make mistakes. That's partially how we learn. And we should explore. We should be stupid teenagers. Like, it comes along with it. And you can't really control it. It might even turn into the other thing around, that she instead breaks free or lies to you or get a second phone, and that's when like stuff becomes really scary. So please don't. Just be a normal parent within reason and guide your child. Talk to them about things like this instead. Express your concern and then let them make decisions themselves.
Did you guys get a child tax credit of $300? If not, Google for it and see what you need to do. $300 per week, and I think you're eligible.
We got it this morning.
That's awesome. It is weekly, I think.
I think it's monthly, but either way it's helpful.
Exactly. As Republicans, we don't like it. For you guys, we love it. Well, looks like my children won't be attending school this year. This shite is ridiculous. Sorry, but no one will tell me I have to vaccinate my child or force them to wear a mask, period. And remote learning isn't an option. Bullshit!
My philosophy when it comes to stuff like this is always, if you want to do something to yourself or your own body that doesn't really affect others, go nuts. But as soon as it's something that starts affecting people around you in a negative way, you need to be respectful, just as everyone else should be respectful towards you. It's a two-way street. This goes for everything from getting vaccinated, not spreading disease to other people who might be in a larger risk than you are, secondhand smoking, you name it. Anything that affects people around you is a no-no. But if you want to do something in private that doesn't affect anything else, that is your choice, your body as an adult who should have some kind of common sense, then knock yourself out. I think that's a pretty good rule to make. So if this only affected you, yeah, sure, but it doesn't, so don't. This is my snack. Yup. I bought it with my own money. Yup. If I bought it, that means it's mine. That makes sense to me. Then let me enjoy it. Share with your siblings. Well, it's fair if you tell the other siblings to do the same, you know? Parents should teach their kids to share. It's a beautiful thing. But if they have bought something they wanted for themselves, and that was not a prerequisite, and also the other kids are not forced to share, it's not really a fair playing field, is it? My mom says my baby is a spirit of fetus she miscarried before me. Guess my child isn't even mine. And not until July 28th.
A psychic says we are very close, that he has been one of my spirit guides, that he's the fetus I miscarried before you. He decided it was a better place and time to join our family.
What a weird, creepy way to try to claim your child's child. Wedding date wanted for mother-in-law, $1,000, Hudson Valley. Hello, I am looking for a wedding date for my mother-in-law from Friday evening to Saturday evening for a wedding in Houston Valley in August. She needs the constant attention and supervision. She will probably wear white and try to escalate small dramas. Your job is simply to distract and de-escalate. Flatter her for 2 days and make an easy $1,000. You, conversationalist, de-escalator, good dancer, experience with narcissist is a plus. Able to pretend you happen to be a guest interested in sitting and dancing with MIL. Able to give her your undivided attention. Ideally range of 40 to 60-ish. She's 51, slim, attractive. Has own suit to wear. We will provide background information, conversation topics, hotel room, your own of course, food, travel expenses. Please send a photo of yourself and a quick blurb indicating your interest qualifications. You will also need to be able to be okay with running a background check on you just for safety's sake. Can you imagine having such a dramatic family member that you hire like a hitman to de-escalate their drama? I did a duty like that once. MIL Shadow. She had been warned that if she started whining, crying, or much more likely, shy-talking everyone, she would be forcefully ejected right away. She could shut up or fake being happy, but nothing else. It wasn't her day. It was her son's and new bride. I even had to tag team a mini shadows for bathroom breaks and the like. Every time she opened her mouth, I glared at her. Every time she got up to move around, I followed her and kept too close so I could hear everything she said. She hated it and left early. Success. But that's kind of a good way of dealing with it. I hate the fact when people are too polite to tell a very unpleasant person who's ruining the time for everyone off. It doesn't matter who they are. If they're ruining the time for someone else, especially when it's not their day, they're not supposed to be in focus, they shouldn't be allowed to. And coming together like this to deal with it in productive and also kind of funny, creative ways, oh, I love it.
Mom, eat more health, fresh food and exercise. That will make you better. And sleep at the right time. Don't be listening to doctors who just want to give you lots of pills.
It's for social anxiety, and no.
Well, you're not being social, so you don't need it. Pills are not the answer. God is the answer.
That's right, just swallow God instead. Having a balanced life is a good way of reducing a lot of negative things, such as, well, stress or tiredness or whatever it might be. But it's not a do-all, cure-all. We have medicine for a reason. And if you have been prescribed something, sticking to that recommended prescription is usually a good idea because it's by professionals. Not saying you should maybe pill everything, but if you have been prescribed something, especially something as serious as anxiety or depression or something similar, eating a little bit more veggies is probably not going to fix it. Well, laddies, lasses, and lasses, I do hope you have an amazing day and that you get some sunshine and you smell amazing. Remember that. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.